Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory to our power Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakwadash, double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders, a great millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect of the tabernacles of David, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, and wherever you may be, and wherever you may be, to you I say Shalom, Yahshua Shalom. All right, we got two clips I want to get into. Every now and then we do these judgment videos here. Uh, uh, Judgment equals justice. I believe that's what the title is. Judgment equals justice. All right. So this one right here we have, it says an article from USA Today. At least 66 dead. All right, 66, right? 66 dead. Dozens injured after Colombian military plane crash. All right. I believe there's another one before this happened in LaGuardia. I believe something about a plane crashed into a fire truck, or I forget exactly what it was. I didn't go into that one. I don't even have it. I actually might add it. Before I upload this one, maybe if I remember, Lord willing. But yeah, at least 66 dead, dozens injured after Colombian military plane crash. Actually, they're playing a video down here for us, which I have a clip. Okay, it's done. All right, so it's all good. Let me just pause this in case it jams up my video. So yeah, Colombian military Lockheed Martin C-130 transport plane crashed during takeoff from. I can't even see what it says here. Actually, is that the same one? Let me see if it's the same one. A military plane carrying more than 100 troops crashed in a remote area during takeoff in Colombia on Monday, March 23rd, killing at least 66 people. Now I'm about to reach real quick. You got 23, 2 times 3 is 6, and then 66 people, 66. I'm reaching, but okay, I just can pass that one up, right? On board, South American officials said the deadly crash involved a Lockheed Martin Hercules C-130 transport plane carrying Colombian military authorities said, and took place in Puerto Leguizamo, a town in the nation's southwest region bordering Peru. All right. Now we don't have to really get into much into reading this article here, because we have a news clip on it anyways. The transport plane carried 128 people, including 11 Air Force members, 115 Army personnel, and 2 National Police officers, Reuters reported, citing Hugo Alejandro Lopez, head of the country's armed forces, as of Tuesday, March 24th. Several people on board remain missing, okay? According to Lopez, 57 survivors were hospitalized, with 30 of them being treated for non-life-threatening injuries at a military clinic. All right, so says one of his wings clipped the tree, and then it plummeted and caught fire. All right, so, and then the other clip we have here, I forget the number. I think it was 81 people that got deleted in a flash flood. Okay, so Slakia, I want to jump over here to just a couple of scriptures, basic scriptures that we always get in this particular topic here. So let me just pull it up on the screen. Oh, actually, let me get one before I get the. Let me get this real quick. It popping into mind, which I haven't read in a while. All right, one that we can see. I'll give it right. Yeah, Isaiah 30:30, and Yahweh shall cause his glorious voice to be heard, and shall shew the lightning down of his arm with the indignation, all right, his righteous anger of his indignation of his anger, and with the flame of devouring fire, with scattering and tempest and hailstones. All right, the NLT says, and Yahweh will make his majestic voice heard. He will display the strength of his mighty arm. He will, his power, right? It will descend with devouring flames, with cloudburst, thunderstorms, and huge hailstones. All right, and I believe we've gone into that word cloudburst before. Okay, let me see if I can get cloudburst here. Cloudburst, right? The word is napataza. And see, look, driving storm. That's all we need. I'm gonna go back and see what it has here. Look, to shatter, break, dash, beat in pieces, scatter, disperse, to pulverize. Okay, overspread. And this is what happened here in the particular one about the flood, all right, that deleted the, I think it says 81 people. If I'm correct, it was 81 people, all right, in this flood here. And then you have the 66 people here in this plane crash, okay. I'm not sure about the one about LaGuardia. I think the number was super low, but like I said, if I remember, we'll just attach it to these two clips here. When we get this though, Job 4, and we'll get the other one, we'll close it out. Job 4 and 7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished, being innocent. Okay. Well, where were the righteous cut off? All right. The NLT says, stop and think. Do the innocent die? When have the upright been destroyed? Okay. And we know we're living in what time period of the Lord visiting the earth which He made. I know we keep bringing that out over and over and over. That 2 Ezra chapter 9, but this is what's happening. This is the time period we're living in. Okay, the Lord visiting the earth which He made. As a matter of fact, let me just pull it up real quick, and then we'll come back and get that last verse that we wanted, and then we'll close it out. Because we're in the time period of judgment, and this is why we're cleaving to Yahweh Shema Shah to the best of our ability as much as we can. All right. Yeah. Here to be then said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which He made. By what? By fire, hail, storms, floods, whatever you could think of. All right. Any kind of form of death. All right. In judgment. Okay. As judgment the Lord will bring upon this earth as He sees fit. Okay. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, from the very beginning, even from the beginning. All right, Isaiah 46 and 10, declaring the end from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world had the beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest. You see, the time where Yahweh is going to be glorified, His holy name, Yahweh Shai is going to get His glory. All right, the angels are going to get respect put back on them. Okay, and then we Israelites will be given our glory. All right, by Yahweh Shema Shai. See, and set us back on top of these other nations. All right, but this is about Yahweh Shema Shai. I was just kind of going down the list there. So even so, the times also of the highest, because it says, "Vengeance belongeth unto me." Okay, again, the Lord will judge His people. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. All right, this is a time period of judgment. So have plain beginnings and wonder, and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. All right, and this is what we see. The signs of the times of the end come in several different forms. All right, and through the prophecies, we've been given these several different things here. All right, I don't think I have my tab. It might have been in the other place. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull it back up here. Here we go. So we're gonna get our last scripture and just close it right on out. Just quick, straight to the point, because the video speaks for itself. So Zephaniah 3 and hold up. All right, Zephaniah 3 and 5. The just Lord Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. The Lord cannot sin. All right. He says, I am not a man that I shall lie, nor the son of a man that I shall repent. Okay. It says he will not do iniquity. Every morning doeth He bring His judgment to light. You see, His judgment to light. He's going to bring His judgment to fruition. Okay, because every morning there's a morning somewhere. All right, because the earth and the moon both have their courses. Tells you that in Ecclesiastes chapter 43, that they will never faint in their watches. All right, they will set up in their proper courses. So there's always a morning, a sunrise somewhere in this earth simultaneously, just like on the other side there will be a nighttime. Okay. So the Lord never stops His judgment. He never, there's always spirits to bring back to the spirit world. Okay, so there's always judgment going out. So every morning doeth He bring His judgment to light. He faileth not. So because He can't miss. All right, there's no, if the Lord sends the death angel or some kind of catastrophe, calamity, whatever the case may be, it's going down. All right. He says, my words do not go forth out of my mouth and return unto me void. They're going to accomplish the thing that I sent to do. So if He sends a spirit created for vengeance, the thing is going to happen. Just like with these clips that we showed here, or going to show here. All right. It says, he felleth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. The NLT reads, but Yahweh is still there in the city, and he does no wrong. There you go, straightforward. He does no wrong, because every judgment that he makes, if it was, on the right-hand side of things, obviously that was a just judgment that he saw fit. But if it was on the left hand, it was still a just judgment, because the Lord is the creator and controller of all spirits. So he knows, even though we only see, the person, the flesh, or whatever the case may be, we just see the physical existence of that person. But the Lord, all right, he sees the spirit within, so he's able to see those things. So the judgment comes, accordingly. So it says, day by day, he hands down justice, and he does not fail, but the wicked know no shame. All right, so that was it. A few scriptures that he had there. So we're gonna play the video, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Lord willing, you edify. The next thing I'm gonna say, Shalom.
Heavy rains and flash floods across Kenya have killed at least 81 people, with authorities warning Sunday the toll could rise as downpours continue. In the west, entire villages in Kisumu County have been submerged, with flood waters destroying farmland and sweeping away crops.
Since the last few days, we've had the raging waters of Sondomiriu River that overflooded its banks, and the river has really displaced over 3,000 families. We've lost quite a number of farmland with massive erosion, and the farm plants that we had planted, maize, beans, millet, vegetables, watermelon, bananas, and many others. As we are speaking now, I'm having people who have been moved to more than 8 evacuation centers.
Residents are fleeing with what little they can carry, many forced into overcrowded evacuation centers, while others say they have nowhere left to go. We are migrating because the place where we were staying is badly flooded. We still don't know where we are going to get shelter with our animals, because there is no house or home that is not flooded that we can say we can shelter in. All homes are flooded, and so for now we still don't know where to run for shelter with our animals. In Nyakach in the west, children walked through knee-high water, and residents cooked water from the inundated houses. We are still stuck here. We still don't know where we are going to stay. We still don't have an idea of where we are going. We are still stuck inside these waters with the school-aged children. Scientists say climate change is increasing the intensity of extreme weather, with East Africa facing more frequent floods and droughts.
Colombian military says the death toll from a military plane crash has risen to at least 66, nearly double the figure earlier given by the authorities. Now, according to officials, a military Hercules C-130 transport plane carrying 125 troops and crew crashed shortly after taking off from Puerto Leguizamo, near the southern border with Ecuador. The aircraft, crashed and erupted in flames, triggering explosions from ammunition on board.
Unfortunately, we had an air accident at 9:50 in Puerto Leguizamo, Putumayo. It involved a Colombian Aerospace Force Hercules C-130, registration number 1016. It was covering the Puerto Leguizamo-Puerto Asis route, transporting soldiers from our national army.
The deadly crash injured nearly over 70 soldiers, with many airlifted from the crash sites and rushed to hospitals across the country in ambulances, including in the capital, Bogota. The military has released pictures of 6 crew members who have lost their lives. Meanwhile, a top official says 4 officers remain missing.
It was pretty far away. It was coming over here, but it was quite a distance away. I just saw it disappear into the mountain, and then I heard the crash.
Colombian President Gustavo Petro described the crash as a horrific accident that should never have happened. He added in a social media post that he had been trying to renew the military fleet for years, but has been hindered by bureaucratic difficulties. As rescue efforts remain underway and an investigation has been ordered into the crash, possibilities of an attack by numerous armed groups have been ruled out.